1. Examine the interaction between the nation-state and civil society, differentiating between local and global civil society. Depending on the political and socio-economic climate of a given nation, the relationship between the nation-state and civil society can take many different forms. In general, civil society is defined as the area where the people get together to take collective action around common goals, values, and interests. It is usually separated from the government and commercial organization. It compasses community organization, religious and institution, non-governmental organization, and other type of voluntary association. Civil society frequently engage in nation-state relation at the local level through service delivery, communities organization, and advocacy to address particular community needs and promote local policies. Local civil society organized many collaborate closely with local government. 2. Make the case for the death of nation-state, focusing especially on the role played by global flows in the demise of the nation-state. Economic interdependence. The global economy has become highly interdependent with supply chains spanning across borders. Nations are no longer solely reliant on their internal resources. They are intricately connected to the other economies. This interdependence challenges to the idea of total stability, as economic decisions made in one country can have far-reaching consequences globally. Make the case against the death of the nation-state, focusing especially on the role played by the barriers, especially those erected by the nation-state to global flows. Border controls and sovereignty. Nation-states assert their authority and maintain control by implementing border controls. These barriers in the form of immigrant policies, custom, and tariff are instrumental in regulating the flow of goods, people, and capital. They act as means for nation-states to protect for their economies, security, and cultural identities. Analyze the concept of global governance and discuss the adequacy of such a government as a political tool in the real world. The concept of addressing global concern through collaboration, group action, and the creation of institutions, laws, and conventions that go over national boundaries is known as global governance. Its importance is an effort to solve issues like climate change, global health, human rights, and economic interdependence that individual nation-states might find difficult to handle on their own. The effectiveness of global governance as a political tool depends on the willingness of nations to cooperate, the adaptability of governance structures, and the ability to address concerns regarding sovereignty, power dynamics, accountability, and exclusivity. It's a work in progress, continuously evolving in response to emerging global challenges and the shifting dynamic of international relations. Discuss the advantage of and the challenges to the nation-state in the context of imagined communities. The nation-state continues to be a predominant political entity, providing a framework for governance and identity. However, its challenges in managing diversity, responding to globalization, and addressing transnational issues highlight the evolving nature of governance in an increasingly interconnected world. Balancing the advantage of a cohesive identity with the need to accommodate diversity and global cooperation remains a complex challenge for nation-states. Examine the relevance of global political structures such as the UN in light of global flows and processes. Global political structures like the United Nations remain relevant in the context of global flow processes, which include the movement of information goods, capital, and people across the borders. In conclusion, while the UN remains a crucial institution for global governance and addressing challenges stemming from global flows, its effectiveness depends on its ability to adapt to evolving global realities, overcome power dynamics, and garner broad consensus among member states for collective action. Kindly present example on the new forms of governance. A. The first is governance without government. Internet governance. The management of the Internet operates without a single centralized government authority. Organizations like ICANN or the Internet Corporation for Assign Names and Numbers oversee domain names, IP, address, allocation, and protocol parameter assignment utilizing a multi-stakeholder approach. B. The second is governance through various public policy network. Example of governance through public policy network include collaborative efforts among government agencies, NGOs, academic institutions, and industry stakeholders in areas such as climate change, mitigation, public health initiatives, urban planning, and economic development. This network often operate at local, national, and international levels, demonstrating the effectiveness of multi-stakeholder collaboration in addressing complex policy challenges. C. Finally, governance at the global level can be normatively mediated and moderated. International law. The UN serves as a platform for the development and promotion of international law. Treaties, conventions, and agreements negotiated with the UN framework establishment normative frameworks for issues like environmental protection, disarmament, and trade. Present the negative effects of NGOs and civil society. The first negative effect is dependency. In some cases, continued support from NGOs can create a sense of dependency with local communities, leading to a reduced drive for self-sustainability or reliance on external aid rather than local solutions. Second negative effect is undermining local governance. Over-reliance on NGOs might sideline local governance or institutions, undermining their authority and capacity to address local issues effectively. This could hinder the development of local governance structures. Funding bias and priorities. NGOs may have their own agendas or priorities based on funding sources or their organizational goals, which might not align with the most pressing needs of the local communities. This could lead to mislocation of resources. And lastly, lack of accountability. Due to their international nature, some NGOs might operate with less transparency and accountability compared to local organizations, leading to issues of oversight and misuse of funds. That's all everyone. Thank you for watching.